All right, so this is in September 2015 is where when we purchased the land and first moved out here to Kimuka. So all the buildings that you see, the wall, everything, nothing was here. And it was just a really overgrown bush, and just started by sleeping in a tent out here at nighttime. And as you've noticed, at nighttime, the cool air is coming from Karen. They descend down into the valley and it gets really, really windy. So some nights it was difficult even to sleep in the tent because it would just be blowing on your face, and we'd have to sleep in the truck. But this is where it all started, between this black acacia tree and this yellow acacia tree here.
Okay, so where was your tent pitched here?
Oh, right about here.
Right here.
Yep, right here. The truck parked there, and yeah. So after we bought the land and then pitched the tents, the first thing we did was to dig up a pit latrine, just because.
Just because.
Human beings have this function since the fall, and it was located over there. But it was a bit challenging because after 2 years of raising funds for this idea, we used all the money that we'd raised to purchase the land. So all we had was a shovel and a metal pole, and then so digging 6 feet, probably 8 feet into the ground, was quite challenging, especially after you get down about 1.5 feet. So it took 2 weeks to dig a latrine, but it was there until just about 2 years ago, after all the other buildings had been built. But that was the first structure that was erected on the site here.
Well, I should just mention that since I've seen the pictures, it was a marvel of engineering. So a lot of precision. My goodness, it looked like either an engineer or an architect had done that latrine.
Fine.
So what about company here when you were here in your tent and building your latrine?
Yeah, when there was not much else out here, no roads and no houses, there was a herd of 24-head giraffes that would roam right through here, and oftentimes you would see them down at the seasonal river to where they would get their water. Mm-hmm. And the giraffes, curiously enough, they feed primarily from these yellow acacia trees, even though they have lots of thorns on them. It's interesting how they're able to wrap their tongues around the leaves and around the thorns, I should say, and get the leaves off. But they were our friends until a lot of other people started moving out here, and now they've since migrated elsewhere. But that was our company back in the day. Yeah, there's other things that live out here. At nighttime, you would hear the hyenas in the hills looking for some of the herdsmen who maybe forgot a stray goat or a stray sheep back. You'd hear those, and there was a Cape buffalo who lived on the hills, and there were a lot more snakes at that time. And actually, it was during Holy Week of 2019 when before the administration building was completed. I was coming out to check the construction, and where the rain reservoir is now, I could see this big long thing coming through the grass. There's a spitting cobra. So I started yelling nyoka, which is snake in Swahili. So Chep and some other students, and they killed that spitting cobra, and we skinned it, and we saved the skin. It's in my office, and we tanned it. But it made for a very powerful object lesson for Good Friday.
I heard that coming. Yeah, the snake.
to have the snake skin curing on the altar on Good Friday.
That's amazing. Then you don't get to talk about yourself as the brave outdoorsman, but about the Lord crushing Satan's
Right,
head.
exactly. Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
wow.